was the fact that Andrew Redmayne is coming on, Matt Ryan is off, changing the goalkeeper for the penalty shootout in such a critical game, and knowing what Matt Ryan has been capable of doing in penalty shoots as well, Millsy.
Yeah, well, I think it is an interesting decision, and I think what Matty Ryan's done throughout the campaign, obviously at the Asian Cup, I think it was against Uzbekistan, he saved 2. But, you know, Arnie's made this call, and you know, it's probably the...
But finally, we're ready, and that's the big talking point. Graham Arnold's decision to bring on Andrew Redmayne as a substitute goalkeeper, preferring his expertise in the shootout to that of his captain, Matty Ryan. It's been a tense all night in Doha, but that's nothing ahead of what is about to happen. Both teams have had success recently in penalty shootouts. Peru's last shootout was a 4-3 win over Paraguay at the Copa America in 2021. Australia, of course, defeated Uzbekistan 4-2 on spot kicks at the Asian Cup in 2019. More instructions from referee Slavko Vincic to Messrs Redmayne and Galesi. And finally, we are ready. And Australia are going to go first. And it's going to be Martin Boyle, who was bright and energetic in the first half. Faded a little bit as the game wore on. So important you get off to a good start in the shootout. Last thing you want to be doing is chasing it. It's Boyle against Galesi, and Galesi makes the save. The perfect start for Peru. The nightmare beginning for Australia.
Well, VAR checking every penalty, which was the subject of the discussion between the team officials. But that is not going to be ruled out as a legal save. Martin Boyle firing the ball to his left. Galesi guessing correctly. And now it's for the tag team of John Crawley, the Socceroos goalkeeper coach, and Andrew Redmayne to pull off a minor miracle.
Yep, they'll have done their homework. Remember that grand final 2019, all the notes, and here comes the old Wiggles routine from Andrew Redmayne to try and distract Gianluca Lapadula, who stands implacably still. Lapadula not phased, and Peru had the advantage. 1-0.
Swirling away from Andrew Redmayne in the goal. Relief for Peru. 1-0 to them. Best of 5. Aaron Moy, the skipper, in the absence of Matt Ryan, steps up.
Well, you need your captain to lead by example. Aaron needs to score this to get Australia level. And he does. Thumps it into the back of the net. No problems. And it's 1-1.
Assured. Keeper goes the right way, and it's still too good for him. Well done, Aaron Moy. Skipper's knock. He now goes back to join the crew on halfway.
And real pace and power, didn't it? Little mind game from Andrew Redmayne. Just kicking the ball away. Alexander Kalens is next for Peru. Central defender who plays for New York City FC. Andrew Redmayne just been reminded of the rules. The referee likes to remind everybody of the rules, I think. Let's see if the Wiggles routine works this time. Kalens against Redmayne. And he tucks it away as well. Top corner. Redmayne couldn't get anywhere near it. And Peru lead again 2-1.
We're just looking at the Redmayne moves. You just wonder if in the end, I mean, we're no experts, that's John Crawley and Redmayne, but in the end, after all that moving, if he does get himself enough time to set and launch in one direction.
Well, Craig Goodwin, like Andrew Redmayne, was a late introduction off the bench, very much with this scenario in mind. He scored plenty of penalties for Adelaide United, but this is different level stuff, and the pressure is on. With Martin Boyle's saved penalty, the difference. All the onus on the Australian. The stuttering run-up of Craig Goodwin, and he thumps it home. Good penalty. 2-2.
Well, it's going for the roof of the net, and when you first see the trajectory, you're just hoping it's not going to rattle the crossbar. But it's under the crossbar and in, and therefore a great penalty.
Can Andrew Redmayne justify the faith that Graham Arnold has placed in him by summoning him off the bench? Luis Advincula, the fullback, is next for Peru to try to restore their advantage with their kick in hand. Again, the distractions. Advincula, and Redmayne got a hand to it, and it's off the woodwork, and Australia have that crucial break back in the shootout.
Well, his back foot maybe just on the line when the ball is taken, when the shot is taken from Advincula. Disappointment for Peru. Australia back square.
We could be here all night. Aidan Frustic is next with Australia's fourth penalty. 2-2 the score. Frustic had two efforts. Regulation time, couldn't beat Galesi. Can he do so from the spot? Had such a great campaign with Eintracht Frankfurt. And just wrong foots the goalkeeper, and Australia lead for the first time, 3-2. Pressure on Peru.
Well, the Europa Cup final, great preparation for Aidan Frustic from the penalty spot. Secured one then for Frankfurt, and for his national team now, cool as a cucumber. Australia edge in front.
Penalty number 4 for Peru, to be taken by Renato Tapia. Goodness me, you've got to have nerves of steel in this situation. But Andrew Redmayne make a save that will put Australia on the brink. It's Tapia. Well, he got a hand to it, I think, Redmayne, but couldn't keep it out. And we're back at 3-3.
He did get a glove to that too, Redmayne. But it was just a pinky. And it was roadkill on the way to the back of the net from that very forceful effort from Renato Tapia. And effectively, Simon, it's now sudden death.
Indeed. Miss here, and it could be fatal. Jamie McLaren, normally as reliable as a metronome from the spot for his club Melbourne City, but surely must score for his country. And McLaren sends Galesi the wrong way, and it's Australia 4-3. And if Andrew Redmayne can now make the save from the next kick, Australia will be going to the World Cup.
Good pen from the J-Mac, great pen. Nerves of steel. Barely had a touch since he came on. Wasn't his type of game. But nails the penalty to put Australia on the precipice
And it's going to be Edison Flores, who came closest of anyone to scoring in the 120 minutes when his header came back off the post, who must score this for Peru. Andrew Redmayne channeling his inner Mark Schwarzer, perhaps. Can he send the Socceroos to the World Cup? Flores against Redmayne. And he scores, and we are back at 4-4. This is tough for commentators, let alone players. Our Mobile is next as we move officially into sudden death. Now just one or two little mind games being played by Pedro Galese, trying to make sure that the ball is on the spot. Our Mobile trying to take not a blind bit of notice. Everybody has the worry beads to hand. Galese is in no rush, wants a drink of water. This is all psychology. To try and get inside the head of our Mobile. And he's taking an awfully long time. Mobile against Galese. Beautifully tucked away by our Mobile. The Kidology did not work, and Australia lead again, 5-4.
Galese went really early here. And you'd have to say, congratulations, Owen Mobile, not just for the penalty, you'd have to think he saw that early movement. And again, Australia, a kick away, a save away.
Andrew Redmayne has gone walkabout. The kicker, Alex Valera, is ready. Redmayne trying to keep him waiting. Again, this is all mind games. Redmayne gets another warning from referee Vincic. But he won't care if it works. It's all on this for Peru. Alex Valera. And Redmayne makes the save. It's a save that means the world to Australia. It's a save that means the World Cup for Australia. Joy unbridled for Graham Arnold and René Mullenstein, for his players. They are going to the World Cup in Qatar. No one gave them much of a chance, but never ever right off the Socceroos. A fifth consecutive World Cup as the cheers for Graham Arnold turn to cheers. Peru vanquished. Bring on the world in November. And you have to say, on balance tonight, they deserve it. It was tight, it was tense. There are tears for Peru and tears of joy for Graham Arnold and Australia, and his decision to bring on Andrew Redmayne in the end is vindicated. Extraordinary scenes in Doha. Well done, Australia.
Well, legal penalty. Terrific save. The grey wiggle does it for Australia. And the outpouring of tension, emotion, joy. Talk about backs to the wall. Pressure on the coach. Questions of the coach. A queue of people waiting to take a baseball bat to the coach. And Redmayne saves the team, the campaign, and Australia off to a fifth consecutive World Cup.
Well, Andrew Redmayne, whose very position was questioned in this squad. turns out to be the hero, and it is Australia who are going to the World Cup in Qatar. They won it 5-4 on penalties.